Hello and welcome back. Another Wednesday workout. So let's make it beautiful. So come onto your mat. All right. So get your space cleared. Come onto your mat. Take a minute. Let's go ahead and just drop in. So it's always super nice to connect to breath, right? So I'm going to just chat for a quick second while you guys get set up. We're actually going to start on our backs as we normally do. If you followed me at all, you know we were going to talk about intrinsic core. All right, so we want to connect to this pressurizing the cabin, building intra-abdominal pressure, breathing behind the shield, and then we mobilize from there. Okay, so we get this nice sense of stability, particularly in the spine, right, pelvis region, and that gives us that mobility to move from. Okay, so let's do it. Let's come onto your back, right? We'll just turn. I want your feet on the floor to begin with, right, and neutral spine. So we take a super long back of the head, we press down to turn on the extensors of the neck, and then just that anterior posterior tilt of the pelvis until we find neutral. So I don't want you pressing into the mat anymore, especially for you lifters, right? We used to press the mat, or even probably Pilates, press the spine into the mat. We don't do it anymore, right? We keep a nice neutral spine the whole way. And then we just exhale. We use the transverse abdominis, the diaphragm, to push that air out. And then we pull a big breath in. Belly expands, ribs expand, low back expands. Full exhale. Big inhale. And then, last exhale, add on a little bit here. So finish that exhale. Pull a big, nice inhale. Hold the breath. Now that's pressurizing the cabin. You notice you're full, strong, stable. Lift the knees together, float them up nice and easy to 90 degrees, right? The hips are at 90, knees are at 90, feet are activated, and here we go. So now we're adding a little bit of pressure. Now we can breathe from here, right? So now we have to breathe behind the shield. We have to keep enough firmness to keep our legs from falling forward, but yet enough suppleness that we can actually maintain a really nice, full, deep breath, right? Most important part here is that low spine stays neutral. Let's all exhale together. Take a big inhale. Hold the breath. Firm up and drop both heels way out. Tap the heels down and bring them back. Inhale. Hold the breath. Lower. Exhale it back up. Good. Here we go. Inhale, hold. Exhale up. Inhale. So we're just pressurizing, right? And we're letting the pressure out as we need less. So at full extension, we're really exposed. If we're soft here, you're going to injure the low back, or your pelvis is going to tilt and your low back is going to catch it. All right, we've got 5 more. Find your rhythm, okay? Find a connection to that breath, movement, and then just make it soft, right? Check in with your jaw, your neck. Where are you holding any tension, right? The only thing that needs to be working, hip flexors, stability, right? Like that. Jaw's not working, neck's not working. Make sure those guys are soft. Shoulders are turned off. Maybe wiggle the jaw, wiggle the head. See if that takes any connection out of that shoulder and neck muscle. And there we go. Let's go ahead and bring the knees to chest. Give that a little squeeze. Big breath. Alrighty. And then just for fun, we're going to come right back in, 90-90, interlace the hands behind the head, and we'll just go old school bicycle. So we want you to crunch up, rotate away. Inhale, open, let everything turn off. Exhale, back up. Inhale, open. And the most important part here is to release the tension as you inhale and come down. And then let's go. We've got 10. Inhale, up, exhale. Inhale, down. For 2. Good. See how soft and open you can get, and how little bit of effort you can use to just bring the shoulder blades up, right? We're taking shoulder to opposite hip. We're not taking the elbow anywhere. It will come along for the ride, but the objective here is to get these obliques to turn on. All right, so we get this cross pattern front body anterior oblique chain. All right, let's see. If we can do 5 more, you got it. If you need to take a little rest, take a little rest. I want you, the most important thing is that we get a connection to breath and movement, that we turn off as we inhale, that we exhale to activate, right? We're building neural pathways in the brain. And if you mess it up, you're gonna have a messed up pattern, right? So I've said it before, practice makes permanent, not perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect, right? So do them until you lose your form, until you start compensating, and then quit and start over, take a break, okay? So we've got 1 more on each side. Own it, and let's get out of there. Feet on the ground, knees side to side, super soft. Just rock them side to side. Good, and then we'll just go ahead and drop them all the way over to the right. Reach over, look over the left. Smile, we got this. And drop them to the left. Nice and easy. Just warm it up, look over the right. Okay, and then let's roll over onto your belly. We'll turn on the back system a little bit here. Posterior chain. So I'm liking the twist a little more these days as I'm playing more tennis, so I need to stretch my rotation out. So palms are on the mat, 1 palm on top of the next, forehead rests on the palm, and then we press into the elbows to lift the chest off the mat, and now we run 3 breaths into the belly. And now you can really feel the low back expanding because the organs don't have anywhere to go, right? So that pushes up through the back. So now we get to really soften the back body, really let that rib cage expand. Yeah, making space in the low back, right? Beautiful. And then let's just bring the hands forward, up onto our forearms, and let's just come into a nice cobra, looking forward. So we're energetically, we're pulling our elbows back, we're pulling the spine long, looking forward, maybe looking up, trying to drop the scapula down the back, and we'll just get a nice long stretch here. Maybe take the head side to side, roll it out a little bit, wherever you feel like you can release some tension. Nice. And then we'll come down. We're going to take the arm straight forward, right into some swimmer, right? So we lift the opposite limbs with as an inhale, exhale, lower, turn everything off. Inhale, everything comes up. There we go. So where do we want to swim to? We've got options, man. We can swim from Alcatraz, right? Or we can swim across the Atlantic. Maybe a warmer body of water, huh? Or maybe we go down to Tulum and swim along the white sandy beach. That's probably a better idea. Here we go. Make it count. So we're going to go 1 minute here. So I want you to find a nice smooth rhythm. Again, where we activate as we come up and we turn everything off as we come down. I want you to start thinking in terms of neural pathways, right? We're creating efficient movement in the body. We're creating safe movement in the brain, right? If the brain feels safe, it's going to give us a hell of a lot more range than if it feels like we're crunching in or damaging or forcing a position, okay? So know that we want to just move where we are, okay? I tell my clients, I want to meet you where you are, no matter where that is. I want to meet you where you are. And then we'll work on taking you where you'd like to be. But we have to start right where we're at. So tune in, feel your body. How high are you getting? Right? Is one side easier than the other side? Does it start to feel more natural as we progress, as we keep going? All right? Let's go. We've got 10 more seconds. We're coming up to the shoreline. Make it count. Keep it clean. Keep it precise. And let's get out of here. Let's go right into a child's pose. Knees wide. Belly in between the thighs. Forehead rests on the mat. Now, if you can't quite get there, maybe put a pillow between your calves and your hamstrings and sit back on that, a bolster, okay? And then just walk your hands out and get as low as you can. Maybe release the head down onto your block, right? So wherever you are, own the position, get somewhere you can turn off just a bit. Good. And then we're going to come forward, hands at top of the mat. We're coming into downward facing dog. Tuck the toes. Let's just start by walking it out, right? So I want you first to draw the shoulder blades off the back, drop the chest lower, and then start to bend one knee, really straighten the other. We're working the heel toward the ground, right? Just toward, doesn't have to get there. Nice. And now let's bend our knees. Take your tailbone way up in the air, right? So you're almost like you're working your chest toward your thigh. So now we're getting deep into the shoulders. Big, nice, open the shoulders. Now, start to straighten your legs again. Little different story here. And breathe. We've got 5 breaths. Open up the entire posterior chain, right? That plantar fascia in the feet we often have trouble with. Calf muscles are stretching, nice. That's always nice. Hamstrings, low back, thoracic spine. And then if you take your chin toward your chest, you're actually getting all the way up through the cervical spine, some of that fascia in the skull. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. And then on your next inhale, right, we move with our breath. We inhale forward to plank, and we hold. Take your head side to side, look over your right shoulder, over your left shoulder, right shoulder, left shoulder, back to neutral. Here we go. So now thighs are strong, chin's tucked, neck is long. We're zippering the pubic bone to the belly button, right? We shrink that little low belly. We connect that for strength. We strengthen the quads. And we breathe, right? Big full breath. Got 10 more seconds, no problem. Good, and here we go. Exhale, inhale back to downward dog. Reach your right hand to your left ankle. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, left hand, right ankle. And here we go. Following your breath. Maybe you just push back and touch your knee, right? Make it your own and make it honest. Exhaling back. Say good morning to our parrots in the neighborhood here. It's kind of nice. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Beautiful. We've got 5 more. Right, nice way to warm up the shoulders. Again, that posterior chain, all of the back getting involved. And a little bit of challenge on the wrist, perhaps. Shaking out any tension. And again, if you feel like you can't do it or you're forcing it, come down and take a break, right? Come back to child's pose, take a little rest, and get back in. I would rather have every set be clean, not perfect, but clean, rather than creating a bad pathway, right? Here we go, last one. Tap and tap and come back to plank, right? Nowhere to go. We got 3 breaths. Good. Knees down, child's pose, quick rest. All right, so now I want you to check in with your breath rate. Slow it down, right? Recover. Big inhale, full exhale, coming on down like nothing. All right. So we're going to turn it up a notch. Here we go. Back to plank. Back to plank, and now we're just shoulder tap. So I want your feet wide in the back, and we're just going to tap shoulder, right? Try not to shake the hips rolling back and forth as you do it, right? All this is super stable, and we just tap, 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 tap. Good. 30 seconds. Breathing. Own it, right? How little can you move the hips? Good. 10 more seconds. And we are done. Push back. Downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Come into a squat. Stand up. Down to a squat. Walk it back out. Here we go. Walking back into your nice deep squat. Stand up. Squat down. Walk it back. All right, we've got 10. If you want to hop, put a little bit more in there. Here we go. Good. We've got 9. Bring it home. And again, make this a meditation. Make it smooth. Enjoy the ride, right? There's nowhere to go. There's no end zone. This is a lifelong ambition to move freer, stronger, clearer, right? This is maybe your first time working out with me. Who knows? But we've got a whole lifetime to make it right, okay? So just honor where you are. Enjoy it. And keep progressing. We've got 5 more. Nice. Here we go. So into the full top of plank. Just a little hop if you're hopping. Where are we at? 2 more. We got it. Own it. Enjoy it. Ooh. Beautiful. And done. Walk it out. Drop your knees. Child's pose. Big inhale. Full exhale. Right? How fast can we recover? Biggest testament of our fitness is how quickly we recover. All right, so come on up. Let's come to a nice tall kneeling position. Sit back on your heels. Sit back on your toes. And again, I just wanted to see you. Inhale, exhale. Right, that's how we start to regulate. Control the breath, conscious breath. And we're back in business, okay? Check the heart rate. Make sure that's slowed down. Slow the breath rate down. Slow the heart rate down. Regulate. And here we go. Okay. We're going to come back into the down dog, but only a step forward. So we're probably done in the shoulders. We'll see. Trying to find my schedule here. Good. We got time. Okay, so downward facing dog. Let's do it. So now I want you to step that right foot outside of the right hand, and we'll windmill open. So drop this down, stay low, open up, come back, step back, left side, windmill open. Okay, so quick pointer here for some of you, right? As we come forward, we round the back, we get length up here to get that foot to come through, right? If that doesn't work for you, step it up and give it a little help. Cool? Okay? And if that still doesn't work for you, come up onto a knee and open from there. All right? Wherever it is, again, meet yourself where you are. Okay? And then we'll cruise from there. So here we go. Downward facing dog. Walk it out. Get comfortable. And forward to plank. Right foot steps way up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back down. Controlled movement. Left foot comes forward. Roll open. Good. Boom. Step. Open. Down. Step. Left side. Open. And here we go. We got this. Beautiful. So again, full mobility, full stability and hip mobility, right? Like we've got this super strong core now. We can move the thighs of the hip and the knee and the foot all within range of our stability, right? So I don't need to roll around and act all crazy to get that leg up there, right? Because I've stabilized my core, I've gotten strong, and I've mobilized my hip. So that's where we're headed. We've got this guy and then one more full round. So right leg steps, big open, left leg steps, big open. Good. And step it back, walk your hands back 2 feet and slowly roll up. Walk to the top of your mat, or center of your mat in my case, so I can show you. Shake that out. Roll the shoulders out. Good job. Good work. We're going to wrap it up with some curtsy lunge and a few squats. That's how we roll. So, feet hip distance. Step this guy back. Right foot back. Drop the knee down. Come forward. Step out. Right into the other side. Okay? So it's not really about how deep you can get, but I'd love you to ultimately touch that back knee down. Come out right back into neutral stance, right? So we can move fluidly back and forth, and we can build control with where we land. So it's owning every millimeter of movement, right? I don't want it to be just thrown out there and hope that I get to the right place. I want to know that I have absolute control of where I'm moving. All right, let's do it. Let's start with the left foot. Step it back, drop it down, bam. And right back to neutral, right foot steps. Boom, here we go. 1, good. 2, and then maybe you get to the point you don't even have to look to where your feet are going, because you know, the brain knows. Forget you, doesn't matter what you know. We want this to be subconscious. We want this to be unconscious. So when we're walking down the street, we see something way out in front, it registers, and we know it's under us, under our feet by the time we get there, right? That kind of stuff, especially on trail runs. If you want to join me on a trail, I'd love to have you. Here we go. Right foot, back. Left foot, back. All right, where are we at? A couple more. Boom. Own it, feel it, enjoy it. Yeah. Crucial piece of life, right? Enjoy it. If you're not enjoying life, change your perspective. If you need a reason to be happy, call me up. I'll give you plenty of examples of people with a harder life than you have and a much more optimistic outlook, right? Not that you don't, but there's always so much to be joyful for. And we're done. Okay, boom, shake it out. And into squats we go. So I want you just past hip distance, right? Toes barely turned out is a neutral starting point, okay? Every body's different, every hip socket is different to some degree. Women are different than men. So I want you to find your happy place with a foundational concept of neutral, okay? Now let's come down just a little bit. Now see if one foot wants to turn, or if you want a little more space, you want to wiggle it around a little bit, maybe bring it closer together even, and then push back up. Okay, we're going to come down as deep as you are comfortable, pause, and then come back up. Come on down, pause, and we got it. So pretty good quality to have, right? How many times do we sit on the toilet a day? Right? Or a week or a year, right? Pretty good quality to be able to simply sit down, deep, right? So let's do 10 more, of course. We come down, boop, 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 pause, and then stand, right? Strong stand, slow lower, deep pause, strong stand. As always, if you want a little bit more, put the arms overhead, right? Good. We've got six golden squats coming up. And 5. Good. So again, I just want you to really, I want to encourage you to own your movement, okay? We're good. Shake out the neck if you're holding any tension. We've got 3 more. Nice ones. Long neck. Pause at the bottom. Stand up. Last one. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7. You got it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You're number 1. Good job. Come on up. Shake that out. And take the back foot, right foot back. Roll that foot out. You know the routine by now. Roll it out. Bounce on it a little bit. Put as much pressure as you can on top of that foot. All right, and then tuck the toes and give that a little bounce as well. Shake that guy out. And left foot back. Roll side to side. Roll it out. Bounce on it. Much pressure as you can bear. Good. And now tuck the toes and bounce on that. Good. Shake it out. We're out of here. Let's come on down to sit. So as always, I encourage you to find your comfy seat, right? Mine just defaults to here. You can sit back on your heels, hero pose, chair, block, okay, pillow, meditation cushion, whatever you have, right? Point is, I want you to find somewhere that you can get comfortable and let the body begin to soften, okay? So sit bones anchor down, right? Where you take the meat off the meat bone there and meat off the seat, and hands can rest, palm face up in the lap, right? Close the eyes. And now notice your breath. Hopefully there's a little drop of sweat running down your side of your face. Maybe there's a little joy in your heart. Big inhale. Nice full inhale. Full exhale. And with the next inhale, get the spine taller, longer, chin tucks, back of the neck gets long. Exhale, forehead softens, brain softens, eyes soften, throat softens. Inhale tall. Exhale, neck, shoulders soften. Down the sides, soften, hips, knees, ankles soften. Big inhale, tall spine. Nice long inhale, exhale. Empty out, completely empty, empty, empty. Soften, softening the jaw, softening the neck. Nice slow long inhale. And then let the breath return to normal. Let's just let the breath be natural. And then let's blink the eyes open. Back to reality. Big hug. Huge gratitude. And we see you next week. All right, have a beautiful day.